Well, Death Run Season 10 is a thing. That means more stuff to waste time and collect, more boatloads of XP to level you up a rank or two, and another video of me talking about all the stuff it has to offer. And boy, do I have a lot to say about this season. Both good and not so good. First, as usual, the event. Treacherous Taiga, the season, has you running around the map for Santa hats. Gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that. And the prizes are, of course, themed around Christmas.
Who's laughing now? I got my hat.
I love what they did with the swords. The chocolate blade honestly makes me feel hungry. Like, no joke, I really feel like taking a bite out of this thing.
Chocolate.
The candy bat is incredibly simple in design, but it cracks me the hell up. It makes me wonder what the North Pole's law enforcement is like.
Stop right there!
Of course, there's the emote, can't forget the emote, which I like to call Better Robot Dance. But the biggest surprise here is that it's not the top prize this season. This time around, it's exploding into presents. That's right, the death animations are back, and they're as fun and wacky as ever. This actually came with the previous update that brought in Senzai Dojo, which we'll get to in a moment. There's even one before it that transforms you into a crumbling gingerbread man. Broken cookies? More like broken icon. There's even one serving as the next milestone prize. What is that, a BS detector? I hope. Next is the gameplay changes. A new board has been added showing which killer is up next. Mega, can you please don't? Now you get to choose which map you get your ass handed to you by pro runners on. And you can even boost it if you're an impatient sadomasochist.
Well, don't that beat all?
Meanwhile, the opening cinematics have been changed slightly, so they now end with a close-up of the runners followed by the killer.
If you have any loved ones, say goodbye to them now.
It's a neat little change, but I think we can all agree that the best cinematic now is Cyberpunk Central. Oh yeah, the view of this neon sign is god tier. Of course, you've got snowy reskins of existing maps, particularly Mountain of Death, whose big cannon traded its ketchup for mustard. Oh dear, another victim of the gap. Any other map that got festivized just got their grass recolored, which is kind of disappointing. Also, there's a new song that plays whenever you die. It is the worst thing ever added to Roblox Death Run and makes me want to rip a fumo every time I hear it. It gets incredibly annoying incredibly fast. I don't think this feature is a bad idea, to be honest, but please, anything but this. But enough talking about gameplay, let's get into the new maps, starting with Senzai Dojo. This one has you run for a temple rigged with various traps ranging from rolling pins, yeah that's what I'm calling them, giant falling sais, invisible ninjas, a swinging shuriken, or whatever the hell that is, 2 pairs of spiked logs, falling debris, and all kinds of stuff you'd go through in a ninja training course. Wait, did I use that description already? Much like Training Course, this map has a gorgeous atmosphere, and everything else from the bonsai trees to the banners to the detailed wooden structures makes it look even prettier. There's not much else I can say about the aesthetics that I haven't already. It's just a bloody beautiful map. And the music is a bop that complements the Training Course theme very well. And if you didn't like the traps on Training Course, you're gonna love the ones this Deadly Garden has to offer. A lot of the traps have at least one safe spot, allowing for countless ways to play out each round. So we're off to a good start already. The rolling pins almost always have rushers leading to easy picks for the killer, and it's your worst nightmare if your ping isn't perfect. Small ditto for the falling sais. This trap here actually doesn't work. There's no button for it. Yeah, that confused me too. You can survive this trap with good positioning and a bit of luck. The pendulum is close enough that you can let a runner walk into its path while catching the others with the fireballs. The spiked logs, however, are the highlight of the map. These 2 traps look stupidly OP at first glance, and they kind of are at times, but there's a few things about them that make your life a little bit easier. which I'll get to. A smart runner can clear each gap with little trouble, while the killer has plenty of time and space to plan his move. These tipping platforms do look a bit excessive, but if you're a competent jumper, you can skip the middle platform without having to pray it doesn't fall on you. And the logs, as fast as they are when the trap is active, have a pretty big distance between them, so they're not too difficult to evade. And besides, if you're halfway across and one of the logs is 15 feet away from you, what difference is a tipping platform gonna make? So yeah, this trap definitely isn't the castle defense cannons, if you know what you're doing, and is honestly quite fun to go through. Yeah, I like this trap. Most of the stuff after that is pretty so-so. The climbing wall can be survived more or less the same way as the fireballs. The pistons, however, are a great final trap. The best way I describe these is the platforms in Training Course, but better. You have more ways to avoid the pistons thrusting upward, they telegraph their movement, and there's a safe spot. With all of that, this map is an absolute blast to play on, especially as a runner. And now for the other one, the long-awaited Treacherous Taiga. For those who don't follow me, Treacherous Taiga was my favorite map in Death Run 2, and I've been yearning for a revamp since the addition of Castle Defense. This is the most excited I've been for a new map since Mountain of Death. And did it live up to that excitement? Let's delve in. Treacherous Taiga in Death Run 2 stood out to me with its cold atmosphere and bleak color palette, and they did a marvelous job capturing that. And that's not even getting into the scenery. There's so many details here that I'm sure I've missed a few. From the wooden buildings to the insides of the cave, there's even more wildlife this time around. You've got the giant moles, of course, but now it has bears and freaking dragons, which oddly behave more like big dogs. Look, that one's rolled over for a tummy tickle. There's even a hidden gem spot that I didn't even know about the first few times playing this, and it's amazing. Easily my favorite one yet. You even get to zipline your way back down. Something I also miss, but I have less of an excuse for. And the music is an epic orchestral score, much like Poisonous Avenue, but this one feels more adventurous in comparison, which I think is a perfect fit for this map. Though is it me, or does this song feel like something out of How to Train Your Dragon? They did a great job with the traps too. Most of them. We got the returners such as the giant moles, who now do a sacrificial dance. That's really easy to avoid. The bridge, which now gets destroyed by dragon-ignited dynamite. The giant rolling hairballs, or maybe they're just jagged stones. Whatever they are, they have a surprisingly long reach. And remember the dragon statue in the original map? Now we've got a real one! And now he's just the final trap in Death Run 2 Castle Defense.
Oh no!
But I love some of the new ones they added. This climbable wall here reminds me of the pushing walls in the original map. You can easily get past the first graded bit by abusing mouse lock. Yeah. But the second one requires a little more thought because of your reduced maneuverability. But if you're good with your jumps, you should avoid whatever gas is fuming out there with little trouble. The rotating barriers are my favorite in this map. There's many ways for the runners and the killer to go about this. You can go left or right, but each way requires different approaches. The right side is easier to do, while the left is arguably more effective if you time it well. But just like a certain other trap I've taken a liking to, the killer has plenty of space to work with. This minecart, unlike the one in Surface Escape, is frighteningly fast. So fast that with good timing and positioning, it can be dodged, and you don't even need lag on your side either. Or maybe it just has a weird hitbox. Invincible! The White Dragon's tail has a rather awkward movement which could really work in the killer's favor, but again, it can be overcome with the right maneuvers. Everything else is alright, nothing too remarkable apart from this barrier's spirit flying away, except for one trap. These chunks of ice are basically the pre-nerf lava rocks from Jurassic Volcano. I hated them there, and it's definitely no better here. Like, it's not the worst thing ever, if only cause most killers don't know how to take advantage of it, but it's still quite jarring to see such an outdated design like this in the modern game. It's way too fast, and in the worst cases can really kill the pace. Whoops, you tripped and died unfairly. Despite that fairly minor drawback, I'd still call this one of my favorite maps just because it's a beautiful retake on my favorite map in the previous game. Honestly, I like both these new maps pretty equally. I don't know which one I prefer. I place them both right under Safety First. After what we've received since Galactic Terminal, I don't see Team Deathrun topping that map for a good while. Hopefully though, they can prove me wrong, cause who knows? Getting two awesome maps back to back could be a sign of good things to come. And now's the part where I talk about other stuff from this update, starting with map changes. Isla Lauca now has a little tower near the beginning with a zip line. It's kind of pointless without collectibles, but it's something, I guess. Jurassic Volcano's lava rocks, as mentioned earlier, have been slowed down immensely, thank Builderman, and can they not make up their mind with this trap? The hidden gem in Roman Oasis is now even more hidden. By that I mean it's gone. Nowhere to be found. The cracked texture in Cyberpunk Central is still floating around, the ancient jungle TNT trap is still a dud, and the poison turret. Oh god, this poor trap can never catch a break. And I'm still not sure whether or not Faceplant can counter being tripped. It's honestly hard to tell. Oh, and remember that potential exploit I discussed involving the Plasma Wall and Mountain of Death? By the way, I was suffering heavy lag and I encountered this funny glitch with the tickets. I was able to click the button infinitely and this happened. This is amazing! I've never seen so much confetti before. Oh god. Oh, it's breaking the game. Oh god, it can't handle it. Oh god, too much confetti! So yeah, this video was quite a chore to make with these two new maps, but hopefully future seasons will be smoother sailing. I hope. Thank you all for watching, and what the hell? Am I not dead? Hey, maybe I can still emote. Oh, I can! Oh, what about the wave? Screw Crazy Legs, this is perfection. Nothing can top this. So yeah, stay tuned for more stuff coming this year, and until next time, Baneworth out.